the vulnerability that you showed at Extreme Leadership. Do we want to talk about that today?
You can.
I'll fucking talk about it. So, I guess because you're at Bridge, hey? You're at Bridge. No, you didn't come. No, yeah, you're at Bridge and then Extreme. So, two personal development leadership courses out there. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Preston and Lexi Smiles. Hopefully, they're coming back to the land down under soon. But Lachlan, the first day of our course, there's a vulnerability. Oh, actually, I wouldn't say there's a vulnerability. There's an exercise anyway. We're not going to touch on it, but man, this is like these people get you out of your box. You know, you want to stay in your box, you stay home. You're getting out your box if you come into Extreme Leadership. That is for sure. Lachlan jumps up on the chair. I won't break it all down, but yeah, he pulls his pants down and gets his dick out in front of everyone on the chair, and steps into his vulnerability and just owns everything there. The day before, like 2 days before we actually were meant to do this exercise, the couple of days, he did it in the first hour. I was just like, holy shit, man. I was like, we're in the room here, all right? And I've praised you on this before on your podcast, but that level of vulnerability and just stepping up and like owning who you are, and man, I was like, fuck, man, that takes some straight ball sacks to get up there and do what you did that day. So, man, I always pay credit to you for that, man.
Yeah, man, and to give that context, like I was someone who was, wouldn't say raped, but a guy had sex with me for about 2 years and would consistently tell me my dick was too small from like 8 to 10. So from then, I've had a porn addiction because he showed me porn as well. And I thought a man who could please a woman had to have a certain size penis. Being told I had a small penis, I just had that inferiority complex since I was little. Like very, very little, man.
From what, 8 to 8
onwards? From 8 onwards. Until I seen you, and then Beck Antonucci, she was the one who convinced me to go to Extreme and Bridge. And, I had people who I didn't know if they were fucking with me, telling me that I might have to get naked. And I didn't realize till that point that was probably my biggest fear. Like when I would go into the toilets, especially if there was a urinal, and there was someone standing at the urinal, I would rather walk back out the toilet and wait for them to go and hold my piss, then go and stand next to them and risk them possibly looking at my dick and go, ah!
Fuck you, man. You crack me up, eh? It's just the honesty of you that cracks me up. Like, that's what I love about you, is that conversation there is so honest and raw, and that's your vulnerability. You can step into that.
But that's the level of anxiety, man. And like 3 weeks into Bridge and Extreme, because I thought I might have to get naked, I was like catatonic, bro. I was just not wanting to eat, not wanting to get off the couch because I was so paralyzed by fear. And so that first weekend with Bridge, I turned up and I was just a shell of myself, man. I was just so scared that I was going to have to get naked that I couldn't show up authentically. And then in like one of the exercises where they give you feedback, I got called like scared little boy. Do you trust him? And someone said no, and it broke my heart. And I was just like, fuck. Had a week to think about it, and then I remember posting on Instagram and going, fuck, I don't care. Tomorrow I'm getting naked, and you messaged and they were like, fuck, mean, bro. I was like, oh, yes, someone's got my back.
I was like, man, you're like, I remember watching, he's like, I'm going to get up naked on the chair and just own this shit the straight day. And like, for the people that are out there watching and listening, like there's like 75 people in that room, and girls and boys too. Yeah, and a bunch of coaches as well. Lachlan gets up goes up the front, and he didn't just like stand up there and drop his dax. He got up on the chair, like he's standing up, and you had to stand up. I was like, damn, man. I was like, fucking get it, man. I was like, that for me, that was like solidified. And I know, like looking at things like that, I'm like, you don't do something like that and just take extreme ownership on everything in your life like that and not have a change or pivotal moment in your life where you go and you step up, man. And that was a special day. Not just to see your dick, but to see you own who you were.
Well, I got to see yours too.
Oh, that's right. You see my cock too. I had to do the exercise a couple of days later. But yeah, that was, oh man, even on mine, like I still laugh about it because I don't want to give too much away because it's but if you are watching this, just man, trust me and trust everyone else. That's probably not even for me. It wasn't one of the worst things. And there's many more. That's like, that's the icing on the cake. Don't let that deterrent you, because the same thing. I got told this before I went as well. I was like, I think I'm gonna have to get naked, and I was like, oh, that's okay. But what happened was I was standing there, and they're like, okay, drop your decks, and I put my pants down, and like I stood back up, and then all the boys were standing there because we had our crew there. And some of them had their undies on. I'm standing there with my cock out. And I'm like, looking over. I was like, you fucking assholes. But then obviously they took their pants off. Like Andy and that were like, yeah, bro, I looked up and there you are standing with your cock out. And I had to get mine out too. So